Live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Focusing on the lives, experiences, and viewpoints of motherlode women, the show features a rotating cast of 4 women of all ages and from all walks of life. Quick, upbeat, and fast-paced with a variety of topics, this 1-hour show will be aired live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Tune in, it's just between us.
You are on.
Good morning. How are you? You're such a mean woman to me.
Stop talking about the sex like we're on. Good morning, everybody.
What does the fox say? I got that thing in my head. Good morning and welcome to Just Between Us. I'm Susie from Volcano and I'm here with 3 lovely ladies today. Well, 2.5. Go.
I'm Sandy from Jackson.
Act like ladies.
I'm Helen from Jackson.
And I'm Martha from Ione and Jackson. Where did I spend the night last night? Wait a minute.
Oh,
Jackson.
where did you spend the night last night?
Already we have sunk.
All right, girls. The first 2 topics are, Helen.
Pick me 2 topics out of there.
Give her 2 topics, Helen.
Do you feel that you are a responsible adult?
Let's not talk about that today. Number 4. What was the...
That was number 1, by the way.
No, Helen. We have to find the topic. Just
Hand me 2 pieces of paper.
give her the first 2. She'll do it for you.
I'll do it. Yeah, there we go.
Work with me, Helen.
Okay, the first one was...
This,
Go
there.
ahead.
Being
Number 4.
responsible.
Yeah, number 4.
Is being responsible something that was learned through your upbringing, or is it just you?
Okay, and the
Well,
next
la-ti-da.
topic.
It drives me nuts.
Number 5. Wow.
Wow.
We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5. 5.
Okay, just a second.
She has to learn to read first.
See spot run, run spot run.
Well, hey, my
Where?
brain has to engage here.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Does
Another
it
half
make
hour.
you go nuts when you're trying to make a point and no one will listen to your opinion?
That's all yours, baby, not mine.
Don't we?
We're going to take a short break. Oh, please come
5.
back and stay with us. Please come back.
Oh, okay.
We're full of it this morning.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Between us.
Welcome back to Just Between Us. And Sandy, our first topic is...
Being responsible. Is being responsible something that was learned through your upbringing, or is it just you?
And now I'm rebellious.
There you go.
But one does slip back, when you get older.
I think that it's something that I think a lot of times your parents teach you to be responsible. It's something that you learn at an early age to
Honey,
get on the
my
ball.
grandfather was the ruler of the rulers.
There you go.
You follow his law or else you will pay the price. He only spanked me once in my lifetime, but I had to follow what he said that needed to be done. And he never had to hit me but once.
You've only had one spanking in your life? What
From
about
my grandfather.
What about that stripper?
Well,
That male stripper.
That was another story.
Okay.
Shh.
I want to hear
Guys,
a super story.
That was just between us.
Not now.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, you're just jealous.
No, things are going through my head. It is just, I'm trying because it's
That's scary.
Oh, really good. You didn't see what he was doing over there.
Okay, it's getting hot in here.
What do you think, Helen? Let's bring some sanity to this panel.
My family owned a roadside business, cabins, restaurant, all that kind of thing. So the whole family had responsibilities. And we knew very well that if we didn't do our share, the business wouldn't work. So I learned responsibility very early.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I was a spoiled brat because both my parents had to drop out of school and go to work because the times. And so consequently, I kind of slid for the first 14 years of my life, and then my dad died. And everything radically changed.
I can imagine.
Because I had to start, and then, but the one thing they did teach me is that you got nothing for free. You had to work for whatever you got. So, to appreciate, if you want that TV set, you go and work for
Absolutely.
that, So
I don't know if any of you had brothers and sisters that were younger, I was the oldest.
Me too.
I was the youngest.
And let me tell you, the responsibilities that we had as children.
To teach them all the bad things, it was a heavy burden on my shoulders, believe me.
No, I mean, to have all the responsibilities. In my home, I was like the mother because my mom was single. She had 6 children to raise. And I was the one that had to get up early in the morning, do breakfast,
you bet.
wash dishes before I went to school. Then at lunchtime, we all came home. I fixed lunch, everything. And now I see kids that they don't have hardly any responsibilities.
Well, I know my
They feel,
grandchildren
it's
do,
only a
and I'm sure your
child.
grandkids and your grandkids do.
Well, don't look at me. I don't
No,
have it.
no,
But
you're
I,
married.
and I was an only child,
Yeah.
But my mother had the same thing. She was the oldest of 5 children, but she was sent because she was she was the first generation born in this country, and so no one spoke English in the family. So she had to be sent to Chicago when she was a very little kid to learn to speak English.
Oh, wow.
To the relatives that lived in Chicago because they were on a farm in northern Wisconsin. And then when she learned to speak it, they sent her back home so she could teach her brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
But I think my grandmother was a farm wife. She raised the kids and everything like that. And my mother had a lot of responsibility to her siblings because when she was 14, because of the Depression, she had to leave school to earn money to help pay the mortgage on the farm.
Right. So many people had to do that.
So she didn't have the education and stuff that her siblings got, and she never seemed. I think she.
But she was a successful businesswoman.
Well, she did. She eventually, but I think she secretly resented it, or actually, I know for a
Not
fact
so
she.
secretly.
Well, she actually lorded over her. Being the eldest over her brothers and sisters, because trust me, at the family reunions,
it was like this. I hate you.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
me put
whatever
it
my
together.
mother said
You know
was.
what I did?
But I think she resented it.
I took all the negative things that happened to me when I was young, because everybody thinks that, when you're young, you're supposed to be having fun and doing sports
Well, you
and doing
didn't.
this and that. I didn't. But in my mind, my grandfather taught me this. You have to learn to take everything you have and make it better. Because if you start putting bad things in your mind,
It'll haunt you for the rest of your
it'll haunt you
life.
forever, and you will never be happy. And it's true.
You had
It's
a
true.
wonderful
All right, we're going to move
Oh,
on.
he did.
We're going to
I
move and
miss
groove
him.
and move
I
on.
miss
It
him.
drives
What
me
a-
nuts
what a
when.
man.
And what's
It Okay, it drives me nuts.
oh no, are you already?
Yeah. Does it make you go nuts when you are trying to make a point and no one will listen to your opinion? I get that every
Is this
day
for
with
you?
my husband.
Is this?
But that's normal
is
with
this
husbands.
topic just chosen for you?
I think so
But
because
husbands are supposed to, they never listen to
well,
their
I
wives.
don't suffer fools.
Oh, if I didn't, I'd
Easily.
never have a family
nuts.
reunion.
Oh,
Or don't suffer
And-
fools at all.
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Don't
and
you? Oh.
and it just
I'll give you a couple at my house.
oh, it's a good thing I don't
My
work
family.
anymore. I mean, with today's standards, where you
Oh,
can get
you'd
sued.
be in trouble all the time.
Because it was just like certain things I grasp real fast, and certain things it just goes, and especially modern technology kind of goes
Oh,
over my
oh,
head
goodness.
now.
Yes.
But
Here,
when I
here.
was working, it was like if you didn't grasp it as fast as I did, it just, and then I was a control freak. Just give it to me and let me do it, and
That's
Don't
how I
work
was.
for her.
Stop talking about me.
now I
I'm
don't.
still a control
Oh,
freak,
but-
within a certain.
But you own a business, so
Thing.
I think that goes. I think that you have to be controlled because it's your
Well, you have to.
responsibility.
but I
Well,
mean,
yes,
You want to be a control?
But, you know-
I was a college professor that had to listen to me.
But do you know what? You
Yeah,
have
but
to
nowadays, my God, with
But you know what, Sandy?
kids teach.
You have to learn to control your control.
Yeah, that's.
You
I've
really
never
have
had
to.
tack. That's my one major
Well,
failing. I have
think
no tact.
In my life, what happens is if I'm in a relationship with somebody, it just kind of takes over my control, and that's why I'm single for how many years?
Well, I have zero tact. I mean, I can be so rude sometimes. And,
No, you're honest. I don't think it's rude, Sandy.
well-
I think you're totally honest
you
about.
know, I used to be. When I was working, I had to keep my mouth shut a lot of times.
Well, of course.
Especially if I was working with the public, because the few times I spoke the truth, I got in trouble.
Is that why
from
half
internal
of your
affairs.
tongue, is that why half of your tongue is gone?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I do get.
Well, you get frustrated with.
Well, I get
with
very
people.
frustrated, but see, my opinions are convoluted. My brain thinks it goes around this way instead of going a straight line, which drives my husband crazy because he's a linear thinker,
But that's
and I'm a
that's
convoluted thinker.
male-female thing, you know.
And he gets, will you get to the point? Or, he just
That's
tells
what
me,
I'm trying
I don't
to
want to
say.
talk about it.
You know what I hear? Yes, dear. Yes, dear. And it's like, shut up. It's like, yes, dear, I know. Yes, dear, I know. And I go, you know what? It's too early in the game to give me that yes, dear already.
But that's good you had somebody to talk to you, because I talk back to myself. Was that right? Did I say that right? Nobody tells me whether I said it right or wrong.
Who cares?
Yeah, I do.
As long as you're
I
happy
do.
and you make your
Because
point,
I
who cares?
never want to offend somebody
Oh,
on
well,
purpose. Not unless I got you right here.
Helen?
What my husband does is if I get on what he calls my professorish podium,
Oh, yes.
he says, I'm turning off now.
I can see it too. I can see it
Well,
too.
I would feel, God bless teachers, and I'm not
please.
a big fan.
Please.
See, when I went to school, I had one teacher, she taught every
Everything,
subject, every
right.
subject, because I was in Catholic school. We had one grade, we didn't move from grade to grade to grade to grade to grade. I mean, room to room to room. I didn't get that till I got into public school and
Right.
high school. But I don't know how teachers can stand to teach, because the conduct in classrooms now are so rude.
We were afraid of our teacher.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
afraid to the point
you
where
didn't
we
chew
respected.
gum. You didn't chew
No.
gum. You didn't talk in class. You didn't talk back to the teacher in
Oh,
class.
no.
I could, and if I was a teacher, I would be sued constantly, because of course we had corporal punishment also in my school.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Like I said, you can't talk. You don't entertain fools. I do, or I wouldn't have nobody at my family reunion.
Which is why, no. I live in California. The family's in the Midwest. Do you see?
Yeah, sure. They moved you out here. They wanted you gone.
No, my folks ran away from me.
That's for sure. Hey, we're going to pick 2 new topics.
Okay, we're
We're gonna have a free-for-all.
And this one,
Okay.
whatever.
And the topic is?
Being understanding. Go roll.
Oh, we're
That's it?
already
That's it?
down the 2.
Number
Cinco.
5 again.
Cinco.
Does this is actually segue in here? Does being tolerant come with age, or do some just have an understanding personality? Well, I am not going to talk on that one.
You have to be tolerant and talk with me. You have to do that whether you like it or not, Sandra. Our free-for-all, we're going to surprise you with that one. What we're going to do is we're going to go and take a very, very short break, and I'm going to have some tolerance and try to yank stuff out of these 3, and then we're going to come back and entertain you. And Helen's going to dance and
And
sing.
we're going to settle down.
You.
Just Between
Okay.
Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Now back to Just Between Us.
They bring them out.
Oh,
Be quiet.
okay. Oh, hello. How are you? How's your mother? How's your dad? It's all Sandy's fault, and Helen and Martha backed her, so I'm
We're just here to laugh.
And the
Yeah.
topic is?
okay.
And
Which one? You want to do this one first?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, being
reread it.
understanding. Does being tolerant come with age, or do some just have an understanding personality?
I think you have to. I mean, it comes to a point in your life that you say, why am I worried about this? I mean, through all the years that I've been through all this stressful, what is it giving me but sicknesses? So it's not that I'm tolerant, it's that I think of myself. And I think, why am I getting so upset? What is that going to do?
True.
Like let's say you want to kill somebody. Who's the one that's going to go to jail? who's the one that's going to suffer for the rest
Well,
of
if you
their
could
life?
I could tell you how to avoid that.
If you can set somebody up, you're talking to the wrong broads here.
Yeah, we could, between the two of us, we could really.
Being tolerant, look,
A wonderful topic this morning.
seriously, I have no estrogen and I have a capacity of getting sharp objects and guns. I'm very tolerant. No problem. Game over.
Yeah, I'm actually a very good shot.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Oh, I just passed my gun.
Bravo.
permit. Yes,
Good for you.
my concealed weapon. Yeah, I was so.
for you.
I was.
But see, you're a responsible gun owner, and that
There's
makes
so much that you have to know.
Absolutely.
I tell you, they make it harder and harder every time that you have to get, and that's good. You know, people have to have responsibility when they.
Absolutely. Do you do that because you have a business and a restaurant and you could
That
be in
was-
danger?
That was one of the main reasons why I got a gun.
The other Helen is she
Because
likes to
they-
dress up as Annie Oakley when nobody's looking.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that one. I'd like to see that.
In LA,
Sexy.
in LA,
Guns
we
are
never could
sexy.
have any permits.
Yeah,
They never
that's true.
issued them.
Helen, are you tolerant?
No, I think as
That was a long no.
the older I get, the less tolerant I am.
Really? See, that to me, you're
I'm
so
different.
laid back and
Yeah.
easygoing.
And if I'm being honest with you, the truth is that I think I get more opinionated as I get older
Well,
because
yeah, but you're more tolerant because
I think you've earned that.
yeah, it's like if you have grandchildren, are you supposed to give them advice? Are you supposed to tell them this is wrong? If you want to do whatever you want to do, that's your priority.
with my granddaughter, I only have one grandchild, and she's in her 20s, and I think I talk to her like an equal.
As you should.
Yeah, we are, And
But, I mean, you still
she
give 'em
also grew up
advice.
in a different time, so she has a different idea about what's
That's the part
important.
that I don't understand.
Yeah, and I do, and I'm fine with that. But in my head, watching the news or listening to what I call garbage that goes on out there, I get in my head. I'm very intolerant of that. It's like you said. I don't suffer fools happily.
Yeah. I think that the hardest thing about being tolerant when you get to be older is that you want to say, I've been there, I've done that, you don't understand, let me tell you, or can I advise you on this or that. But I think the older you get, I think that you earn a certain amount of respect where people should listen, whether they agree with you or not. I think that comes with age, and I think that if anybody knows about respect and understanding and stress and being tolerant, I think that it's the older generation.
I always tell all my kids and my grandkids, you never finish learning in life.
No.
If you think you know everything, boy,
Guess
you
what?
are.
You got a surprise coming.
Yeah, isn't that what's fun
Well,
about
I'm with Helen though. When you see things on TV that, how they go out like the man in the street things, and
Right.
they ask people questions, and they're dumber than stumps. And I think
Yeah.
these are the generations supposed to be taking care of us as we get older, and they vote.
Well, not only that,
That scares the heck out of me. is
not
that
only
they
that,
vote.
Sandy, there's somebody's emergency contact.
I know.
That's a scary
When they hold
thought.
up a picture of Biden and they can't ID him, but they voted for. And I'm sitting there going,
Yeah, there you go. Welcome to the world of
What?
dumb. It's
it's
bizarre.
just like, well, what are they being? I'm not tolerant to the education system because I think they've dumbed it down.
Yeah, I
I
do
think
too.
they have too. I
I
know
they
they have.
I know they dumbed it down for my generation
I know
compared
they
to
have.
what people were taught in high school and stuff back in the 30s and 40s. They dumbed it down quite
We
a bit.
had a really good education in high school.
You better
It
believe
was
it.
incredible. It was
You knew how to read and
equivalent
write when
to,
you left.
2 years of college,
You bet.
and by the time the 60s,
And we loved it.
You
see,
bet.
I was went to high school in the 60s, And I know, at least for the city of Los Angeles, they dumbed it down big time. You know, of course, the Unified School District of LA they just wanted to get you through and out. I never saw a counselor, ever.
They changed things around in certain, I knew New York City did this. They changed things down and dummied down their, like some of their tests, they said, well, some of the kids that live in the poorer sections of town and some minorities, they don't know what a cup and saucer is. To me, that's insulting to those kids. Of course they know what it is.
What was it? There was Jimmy Carter wanted everything written down into 5th grade level.
Yeah.
Of English. Yes, yeah, because he says the government, the verbiage of government is not understandable, and it's true, it is, and it's all legalese because all these attorneys.
Well, they need to change that, but
that's not education, though. That's what that's about is bureaucracy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but they talk to us
And
like we're 5th graders.
bureaucratic writing is usually undecipherable. It still
Speaking of that, Helen,
Yes.
we're going to be talking about, for our first free-for-all, about stress. I had a week from H-E double hockey sticks, as they used to say. I had my dishwasher is on the blink, my garage door won't open, a chip in the glass, I got to go right after and get it fixed in the car.
I thought that's what husbands were for.
I've got to keep him distressed, believe me. He handles a lot. You name it, it has happened. It's like, what the heck here? Everything goes wrong. Then he drops his glasses, the lens fell out. I go, okay, that's number 12 on the list. Let's stop this today. This all happened in a matter of 48 hours. It's
Okay,
like, wow.
somebody has put a hex on it.
Yeah.
Who'd you piss off? Well, no, we know that, but I mean...
Well, I got a list as long as my arm, when it comes to that.
Okay,
but-
well, the dishwasher, it's cheaper to go buy a new one than try to get one repaired. So just go and
Yeah,
junk
well,
in
I'm
and get a
thinking
new
about
one.
that.
Yeah.
The garage door, they're sending springs, you name it. But you know what? It's like John said, and I agree with him. And I said, you know what? There is nothing that they can throw at us that we can't fix. First of
Susie.
all, I can do dishes by hand.
Susie,
And
that's
you know
my
what?
life
It's
every
very
day.
peaceful.
Yeah,
It's
well,
very
yeah,
peaceful.
but at work.
It really
That's
is. It
the
lowers
way
your stress.
it is. The stress every
Just pet
day.
your dog.
When you have a business, that's everyday stress. So
I just pass out.
I learn to, not overreact on things because what good is that going to do me?
But
I just
Martha,
have to think of the solution.
You know what? But
There's
I
a
worked at work. When I was working, I worked better
When
under
you were
stress.
working,
When
what
I
do
was
you think
working.
you're doing
Oh, no, not. But when I was working under stress, and I had to multitask and stuff. That was the best time I was productive.
Well, I have no problem with that. I'm under stress every day.
It's stress in the household. I can't.
Yeah, it's little things.
I can't handle stress anymore at all. I just kind of like, okay, fine. I'm just going to pass out here on the floor, and you guys take care. And I do. I just go thump.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't handle it. It just
Imagine
seems like
you
my
in the
body
middle of the
shuts
floor,
down
you're
now with
stressed.
stress. and I
No
go,
way,
but
Jose.
don't you find out that you go in spurts? Like there's times like if the battery goes out in a flashlight, you go berserk, and then the other times you lose power and you go, oh well, whatever.
I get real bitchy when I get real stressed. I mean, bitchy. Yes, to the nth. With a capital and bold.
Really?
Yes.
See, I can't picture you like
no one wants to be around me if I'm stressed. I just get really
Really? See it? I don't see that
at work.
in you.
No, here.
Hey, listen. I came back. I was sick last week. Remember, I wasn't here.
Yes, you were.
But anyway, I go back to work, and I open my mail. The first thing that I see is IRS.
Oh God.
Now that's stress.
You open the mail, and there's like, you owe $16,000. It's like,
What?
I have to stay calm and understand, read the whole thing because, legally, who understands their language, So I ran to the accountant and then he tells me, oh, they're saying you didn't send the W-2s from 2010. I said, what? You think my employees would be working for me if I didn't send the W-2s? Well, they said, well, I called them. They said, maybe they got lost in the mail. I said, and it takes you 2 years to...
That's why
No,
they need.
No. You actually made a political contribution, and they are now.
It's like,
That's why
You
I
know,
believe
or
they
NSA.
need to get rid of the IRS.
but
period.
anyway,
They're a pain in the ankle.
The point is that, my stress level is so high every day that I think I learn to live with stress. And I, I just think, okay, who can help me with this? Because I know I did my job. These people say I didn't. I know I did because I was there. I put it in the mail. Well, you know what I was told? We cannot advise you. I said, should I send the registered mail? And they go, we cannot advise you, but sounds like a good idea. Well,
Absolutely.
Guess what?
You bet.
I'm going to start sending everything registered mail.
We need to pick 2 new topics. We have another free-for-all, and then we have Sandra.
Having fun.
What number,
Oh,
Martha?
good. I like that one.
I'm
We're
still
having
thinking
fun
about the
right now.
16,000.
I don't.
Number 6.
Do you participate in activities that your man or friends enjoy but you don't like very much?
But that's about not having fun. That's not about
I'll pick another one.
Please do. Having fun.
Okay.
Martha.
Fine, yes.
Pick a number 2. Go.
Yes.
What does having fun mean to you?
Ooh, let me tell you.
I like that one
Here
better.
comes the whipped cream and the,
The whipped
cherries.
cream and the chocolate.
Here we go. We're going to take a short break.
And some cherries, too.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
We had to.
Oh,
Okay.
welcome back.
Start it out.
Geez, I've been goofing off all day. Welcome back to Just Between Us. I'm Susie from Volcano.
I'm Sandy from Jackson.
I'm Helen from Jackson.
And I'm Martha from Ione and Jackson.
There you go. You ought to just say Amador County. Okay.
Pioneer is not represented here.
I know we need somebody from Pioneer next
And
week.
Sutter
Hello.
Creek is not represented
We got Pine
here.
Groovy over
Call,
there.
call us
Oh,
and
okay, we're getting sketchy in here.
Okay, now, having fun.
What does having fun mean to you?
you don't want to
Coming
know.
here and getting really silly.
Getting out of the house.
Having fun to me is taking my grandkids to the snow, taking them to the river. Those are the things that I call fun. Things that doesn't cost you a lot of money. And there's so many things that we can do in this county. And those are the fun things for me.
Right.
Entertaining my customers with all my dumb little jokes.
I love roller coasters and zip lines.
Oh, no way.
Oh my God.
You go on zip lines?
Yeah.
Do
Have you, Helen?
Really?
Oh, see, that's
my
great.
God. See, no, that would be too hard for me. I would have another aneurysm.
What about roller coasters? It doesn't make you
I
sick to go up,
love roller-
upside
Oh
down?
no, God.
Oh, I
I don't
could-
like going up
love
anything
roller
high.
You know what? You remember those teacups at the Disneyland?
I got so
You
sick.
got
I got sicker than a dog. So what happened a few years ago? And my kids used to do it all the time. So you know what I always say? Your grandchildren is the best revenge for not killing your own kids, right? So my daughter tells me a few years ago, we're going to Disneyland, and the kids want to get on the teacups, right? She got so sick. She couldn't see straight. So she's texting me and she goes, I'm sorry. And I go, no, don't be, because I'm enjoying every minute of
I
this.
got one better for you. Over at Magic Mountain, they have that one that goes way up, and then it, oh my God, I went on that thing, and there was a little girl that parents wouldn't go on it, so we put her
They put
between
a
us,
kid
and she
on
was
it.
about 12. And she was so jazzed, and on the way up, as we're going up, it's a free fall thing.
Yeah.
She goes, "This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea." And we get up there, and then they shove you out, so you're kind of like you're suspended out over and over. And we're all making the sign. And Gary's not even Catholic, you know. And we go down, and she screamed the whole way.
That's half
Oh,
the
how
fun.
funny.
I was in a
Never,
roller coaster once in my life in Long Beach. I think they took that
Oh,
one.
that
down
one,
there.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
that was my favorite.
God.
Oh, that was so rickety.
It felt like you were going to go into the ocean.
That was
Yeah.
the pike.
There was a part where you could see, and like you were going to just go over it.
That was my favorite one.
Oh my God!
Oh,
I got
yeah,
so sick.
down
Oh,
at
my.
down at Long Beach.
And
Oh
I was
yeah.
only like 16, 17 back then when I did that. And
Oh,
a
my.
week I was sick.
No, I can't go upside down.
I don't understand.
No, I
how
don't. Not
people
the
think
modern
that's
ones. I don't
fun.
like at all.
How can there's got to be some kind of
Kids
adrenaline.
love-
I
Kids
used to
love
You
love
have to-
Ferris wheels. You
yeah.
can't get me on those suckers
No, that
anymore.
doesn't bother me.
Oh no!
It's-
When they stop at the top, it's like I'm going to have a heart attack. I can't
Ferris
go up
wheel
on
is
height
tame.
anymore. I used to be able to take height when I was a
Helen.
kid, but I can't go up high anymore. It's
Do
just-
you like to have another thing that's kind of having fun is like a bunch of those ladies getting together and going out, or
yeah.
having lunch together?
Oh, you
and-
mean those funny parties that they have?
a lot of times, like when we get together, we just sit down and chit chat, and
Oh, yeah.
Martha caters for us and does all of that. Those are fun, not the stuff you smoke. It's the
And
stuff that you.
sometimes my family is just a riot when we're all in the right mood. But other times when there's little frictions going, it's no fun at all.
And you know what? Different strokes for different folks. Some people find some things funny and a lot of fun and hilarious, and they can't wait to do it again. And then there's some people that there's some people that they don't know how to have fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kinda
Wonder.
sad.
It depends. Did you ever see
That's
My
why
Big?
they
Did you
get
ever see the
drunk.
movie My
That's
Big
why they
Greek
get-
Wedding?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my family
yeah,
in
you told me
Chicago
about that.
is Bohemian, and they're the cheek pinching, the butt pinching, in this strange language.
Yeah, but you do that in the line at Safeway to people
Well, this
you
is
don't
true.
even know.
But there were certain. I was watching the movie and I was cracking up, and Gary goes, "It's not that funny." I says, "You have to know my family."
Yeah, that's how my family is.
It was this craziness.
My
of
Auntie
some of them.
Marcy
The
would
older
always
ones,
pinch
the
our
old-
cheeks.
Oh my God! And
didn't
not
have
lightly.
Oh no, she'd twerk it.
I mean,
Not
oh
my
yeah.
family, boy. You'd get slugged.
Oh no,
my
that was called twerking way back in the day when they.
I used to go when we went to the family reunions. I would walk into the room like,
There, you and me both. Hi, Auntie. How are you? My Auntie Mary and my Auntie Marcella.
and this
Now we
foreign
know the
language.
roots of your IBM.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. The
Please.
stress started early.
Please.
No, don't tweet.
All right, since we're having so much fun, okay. The free for all. Martha, you want to talk about what insurance companies are going through right now because of all of the difficulties and the different things that
Medical
we've had.
insurance going to be.
Yeah.
It's just so incredible what's happening. I was watching the news yesterday, and of course I watch the president speak about
Oh, yes, I
the
heard- I
program.
listened to it, yeah.
And I just feel that it's just so incredible. Can you imagine having some kind of sickness that you absolutely need, your insurance?
Well, I believe
and then
that they
you
are
get-
going to cover.
And then you
Is that right?
No,
uh,
no,
and,
it's
and then all of a sudden you get a cancellation on your insurance. Hello.
well. There was a woman. They was highlighting this one particular woman who is a cancer survivor, and she, because of what she's doing, she's taking extreme drugs, and she has
poor
to
thing.
take the extreme drugs. Well, she had an excellent Cadillac insurance, and it was covering her cancer, covering the cost of the drugs. But cancer drugs are extremely expensive.
Right.
She cannot find any insurance online
cover
or
her.
anywhere that will
Even
cover
though
those
she has
drugs.
even though she
She
has
has a pre-condition not to cover the drugs and the expense of the drugs. She can't afford the drugs out of pocket. And her previous
and
insurance
that's what I would worry about.
So what is
So
she going to
many
do?
so all of
people.
these Cadillac things are being now. And dig this. Okay, this is the individual payers. Now I'm on what they call a Cadillac thing because I'm through
Right.
the city of Los Angeles.
Purrs like.
In 2016, they're going to get hit.
Yeah.
The Cadillac insurances that are in
And
through.
you know what I
through
don't
this
understand?
Well, I
master-
think by that
They
time
said
they'll-
a few people are not going to be,
Well, 5 million so far.
cover.
Well, I know a couple of
properly.
people in
And
town
I don't
already
think that's
have
fair.
spoken.
Now, one person should not be able
But
to be covered.
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it established yesterday that that your old insurance company until they
He
get
can't
this?
do that. It's per state. Each individual
that's
insurance
what I mean, per
commissioner
state.
per state has the right to say yes or no on that. Also, the insurance companies, you can't force an
Well,
independent
United
insurance.
was it United already pulled out of California, and leaving United Healthcare? Is it?
And another one pulled out of California. The problem is Washington State this morning, the insurance commissioner in Washington State, which is a fairly liberal state, which has said no, which policies are canceled, stay canceled. We are not going to allow the insurance companies to reissue. So it's a state by state. Plus, like you were talking earlier in the break, that it's not constitutional, so they are going through
Correct.
Congress. There's two bills.
They have to. How do they do it? This is the
Mary
part that I
Landrieu
don't
in the
understand.
Senate. Mary Landrieu
Well,
in the Senate.
it's been changed numerous times. Okay, from the beginning, when Nancy Pelosi said we have to pass it to see what's in it. Thanks, Nance. But the thing is that
They never
next
saw
time,
it.
next
They never
time,
read it.
please, next time read before
Yeah.
you pass something,
yes.
because this not only, and believe me, I'm not on her side one bit, but this makes you look stupid, really. You need to know what you're giving the American people, and you need to have it. Kathleen Sebelius looks like.
It's embarrassing to
It's
see it.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to see-
This is our government. Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or independent, everybody has their fingers into something. And instead of sitting there and tearing down a party because they passed this or whatever, we've got. The goal should be for the common people. We need to take care of people here and now and get this
I
tomfoolery
agree with
straightened
you
up.
totally on what you say, that we need to take care of people, and we need to take care of all people. And of course, I've just spent a lot of time in Sweden, and I've seen a country where all people are taken care of. Okay, I come back here, what do I want the president to say? I want him to say, and he's not going to, I want him to say, this is a revolution, people, and a revolution in medical care. Our people have not had good medical care. We have insurance companies telling doctors you can spend 7 minutes with your patient. No, it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
And all the other countries in Europe know that, but our
However-
just let me finish.
Okay.
And when you have a revolution that involves millions of people, there's going to be
Problems.
there's going to be problems. We're trying to solve bigger problems, and everybody's picking up, well, this person and this person and this person. That's what he
But the
should
thing
have
is,
said.
Helen, too, is that, okay, Sweden is a small country as compared
Yes.
to the United States.
Yes.
But we've seen socialized medicine in England and in Canada.
Yes.
When
And it
people from
works.
Canada,
No, it doesn't, Helen.
people
Yes,
from
it
Canada
does.
are coming down to the United States and getting their prescriptions filled and seeing doctors, because my friend who is English and she lives over here now, she said that her brother had to wait 5 years for hip surgery because that's the way things are. And if you get a certain age, and let's face it, we're going to get to that age where we've got to have the death talk. What are you going to do once you turn 65? You have to think about your death. Also, about when you hit like 70, 72 years old, then the government can turn down certain operations for you.
And maybe they should.
Well, okay.
And also, another thing that I was kind of worried about it, because anybody that doesn't have legal papers to be in the United States don't have to buy insurance. I thought, really?
Well, it's the government said, even if this
They
Obamacare,
still
even
gonna
if
go to the
everything worked
hospital.
perfectly, if the website went off, people signed up and everything, they still say there's going to be 30 million people uninsured. Now, excuse me, this is supposed to insure everybody.
Yes.
Where are they coming with another extra 30 million people who are still going to be uninsured if this
Right.
thing worked
And who's going
completely?
to pay for it when they...
It'll be exactly.
You
This
know.
was designed to fail to go into single payer. This
We have
is
to
what
take
it
we have to
is.
take a
no,
very short
really?
break. We're going to come
Can
back
we
and
take
hit you up with
another
our
hour?
we're going to hit you up with our hot topic.
Can we take another hour?
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Now back to Just Between Us.
Okay, here we go. Here we are. We're going to discuss
being
the
nice
hot
and
topic,
quiet now.
which is that, for example, the mayor of Toronto, with his escapades and whatever, should politicians be held to a higher standard, because a lot of them become, idols to some people. President Clinton went through that with the Lewinsky, whatever. Should they be held to a higher principle, or should we just do like I said? Clinton's no different than anybody else. He's a human being. He has weaknesses. He has strengths. What he did was wrong, because he lied to a grand
It's
jury
the
about
lying.
it.
It's the lying.
The lying is the part that got me. What you do in
Yeah,
your
what-
private
what-
life is
I
your
don't-
I
business.
feel that anybody that is being paid by the public
Should be
has a
held.
responsibility to be held to a higher standards. I mean, there's so many politicians that, smoke crack, smoke marijuana, smoke big drugs, are drunk in public. I feel that that's irresponsible, and if you are going to represent me, I would want somebody that can be, that can teach our children, responsibility. But if you are going to be doing all these things,
Well, let's face it, there are very few presidents and other people holding office that have a clean record, okay? We know that. Everybody has had something. Republican, Democrat, Independent, Senate, Congress, House of Reps, local, not local level, but state level on up. Okay, we know that. But Martha, you're 100% correct. If you're going to run for public office and you have a past, it's going to come
It's
out
gonna
and
come out.
be used against
Oh,
you.
yes,
You need to
definitely.
think about that. You may be a brilliant politician and have some wonderful ideas, but come out and disclose it from the beginning. If you
Exactly.
come out and say, look, my past, I did things in my past that I'm not very proud of, and I'm going to disclose this now because I'm going to run for public office, I will guarantee you that it'll be news for a little while and then it'll die down. Look, this guy from Toronto smoked crack. Everybody's in an uproar. Marion Barry smoked crack and you put him in office twice.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Well, the thing is, Toronto's
who
an-
was the president that didn't inhale? Was it
Oh, Clinton.
Clinton, yeah.
Clinton.
I mean, that-
Maybe
hello.
he should have. It would have been better for him.
Well, the thing
knows?
with Toronto is very interesting. Toronto, they don't have any impeachment in Toronto. You can't impeach the
Oh,
mayor.
my
You can't
God.
recall the mayor. It's an interesting concept.
I mean,
in Toronto.
he's
What I found
bizarre.
out, I was very surprised. Is Toronto is the 4th largest city in North America. I did not realize Toronto was that
But
big.
Sandy,
I've never been there.
When you see him on there, doesn't he remind you of Chris Farley from,
Well,
from
yeah. no,
Saturday
the
Night
funny
Live?
thing is-
I'm waiting for him to pull up his pants and go down by the riverside. The man is a nut.
Well, they asked him. They asked him, "Have you ever bought or smoked crack?" And he stood there for about
I
a
saw
minute,
that.
and he should have said, he should have come back. Well, not obviously very very often, because look at my size. Because crack stops you from eating, and it's
Yeah.
obviously he hasn't. And,
Honest to Pete, I don't get
And
it.
then the video that they took of him talking about, trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Did you see the video too?
Give me 5 minutes and I'll rip
Yeah.
his lips off and whatever.
I know. Well, he,
But I mean,
he
it's
should,
like,
in
Well,
consciousness,
he's
he
just
should
being-
resign. I mean, it would make his life a little bit easier. But
But-
he's being stubborn about it. God bless
Well,
him.
they get
But-
paid big money, so do you think they're not going to fight back? This is their livelihood.
Well, at least not be rude when
Well,
you
see-
get caught.
see,
He's been consistently. He has been rude and rude and rude. He goes to town meetings. He is rude. I mean, stop it.
He's
You
in
know, stop
Canada.
it.
Why do we care?
I thought Canadians were A.
do the mea culpa and forget about it.
Well, the
learn
thing
something.
is that, no matter where it is, what country or what, I think any politician that is going to make this world better, we all have to represent, our positions in a certain
I don't care what people
honesty,
do in their
you
private
know.
life.
If they come out-
Exactly.
Just
but,
disclose it.
But disclose and get it over
right
with.
now, there's video everywhere. There's
Absolutely.
people watching you
Absolutely.
all the time.
Open mics.
And
You know.
these women prey on these men,
Oh, do
like
they
like
ever?
Anthony Weiner and these other people. Oh, baby, baby, ooh,
I-
baby. That Barry White, the whole thing. They got
Yeah,
the
I
music
know.
going, and then as soon as the stuff hits the fan, they're the first ones to turn on them. Well, you know what? Shame on you. I'm mad more at them than I am the person that did it.
Well, what gets me is when you have a public figure, and I agree with you, when you're going to run for a major, office, more in the national level,
Yeah.
your life is over with. I mean, they're going to find whatever
Absolutely.
kid you
They will.
you pulled a pigtail in 2nd grade, they're going to
They're
find
gonna
that
bring
person.
And you know what?
Oh.
We're a forgiving country, and we're forgiving people. I don't care if somebody did something wrong in their past. You come out and you say it, and I'm sorry, but this is what I want to do. If I wanted to, I would vote for that person.
Yeah, it's like, okay, come out. Even if you have to come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do it now.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and wrap it up for you.
Yeah, one more.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
If you want to get a hold of us, we're at 223-4877, or you can fax us at 223-4866, or you can email us at bookme@tspntv.com, or you can come to the county jail and Martin will let you visit.
I
gotta give it.
should have
I'm
brought
gonna be
those
good.
marshmallows.
I'm going to be good.
Bring
And your
marshmallows.
cameraman is being a smart ass.
And I do it so well. Helen called me a smart ass.
Actually, he's pretty good at it.
We had a wonderful show, ladies.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was great.
Oh, speak for yourself.
When this morning when I found out that you guys were going to be in, I'm not going to miss it. I said I got to be there. We had some kind of chemistry that really makes us good, and I love it. I really
do
love
too.
it.
because we all-
we
it's because we all
enjoy
drink.
each other, and because
We're
I
all
think
tanked.
part of it is
That's it.
we don't have to agree all the time.
Exactly.
That's right,
it's
Helen.
okay.
And we do not
I
agree
like
all
a
the
lively.
time, and I still love you.
I like a lively debate.
No, and you
because
know what? I learned from Helen. Honestly, I do. Helen and I are different sides of the aisle. Well, I'm more in the center, but I have to say, we learn a lot from each other and we have fun. If politicians would learn to treat each other with respect
Yeah.
like we do, it'd be better. That was such a big crock
Besitos
of
to all my
whatever.
grandkids.
Besitos.
Adios.
Adios.
Next week.
So
Happy
Watch the show at
Thanksgiving.
4:30 today. Happy Thanksgiving too.
We got plenty of time before Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't. I'm not